Hello and welcome for my tarot card readings for Virgo 2013. Let's start immediately with the reading for the entities operating for the for the year 2013 for Virgo. And what we're seeing here, what we're seeing here is Obatala, upside down, Iku, and Oshun. Notice that Obatala is walking towards Iku, and Iku is between Obatala and Oshun. Obatala usually is related with peace of mind, clarity of mind, and blah blah blah, that kind of stuff. And then we have Oshun that is related with economy, finances, and love. But then we have in between Iku, death. So we could say, in this case, if you are a santero, you are a palero, or you are what we call espiritista, you have to take care of your muertos, or what we call eguns. But at the same time, you have to consider your spiritual guides, because your spiritual guides are nothing more, nothing less that your ancestors, that they died and now they're walking with you. So you should take them under consideration during 2013 so they can work properly and bring you changes. Anyway, what is letting us know, the cards, is that there are changes coming also. Death is the end of something, we could say like that, the end of something giving rise to something new. It could mean that those new things are my causing a clear mind, or the need of having a clear mind during those changes that are coming for you, Virgo 2013. The astrological cards that we have here is the High Priestess, and with Venus, Taurus, and the Moon. And at the same time we have here Sword of Six, or the Six of Swords, with Mercury, Aquarius operating. What we could say here, and it's very interesting, we have Venus, Taurus, and the Moon, and then we have Mercury with Aquarius. And what we could say about this is the following. There are obviously changes. Venus is bringing changes, is trying to find harmony and balance in your life regarding social life. But at the same time, the Moon is letting us know, and Mercury, that our two hemispheres of our brain will be affected. Let's put it like that. That's the best way I can explain it. Because Mercury has to be with rational thinking, with logic, which is a little bit dry and rigid. And there's changes coming in that aspect of your life. The way you analyze, the way you think. In other words, we're talking about schema, or whichever you want to pronounce, schemas, which are just patterns of thinking that have been created, beliefs that we have, that kind of stuff. That's what we're talking about. And the logic behind the rational thinking that is related with Mercury is related with this card, especially with Mercury. And then we have the Moon that is related with our emotional mind. So those things are going to suffer changes, and our schema obviously are going to change, are going to be subject into this concept of balance and harmony. So we're going to start going through balance and harmony. So remember, I talk about Iku, the end of something. So these cards again are showing us the end of something, and it's the end of how we are, how we think, because those are the changes that we're going to be seeing during 2013 for Virgo. We also have to remember that the High Priest is the one that stands at the door. It's like she's the guardian of special knowledge, the one that allow us to walk into that door. And we could say that she's standing in the door, or at the door, to a different new world. It could be the world of the subconscious, the unconscious, or it could be even the world of the esoteric knowledge. whatever it is that is going to propitiate those changes in our emotional and rational minds, Sophia and Logos, we are going to obviously see them in our life during 2013. And the thing is that Aquarius is very concerned with privacy. So don't be surprised that your concept of privacy is going to be emphasized throughout 2013, Virgo. For 2013, Virgo, these are the readings by trimesters. We have the first trimester, we are seeing a really good card, that's the Empress. And Empress, it is related with Venus, is related with fertility. We could say that it's related with Oshun. So anything that you're planning to do during the first 3 months of the year, it is a really good time to do it. A business, whatever it is, because there's fertility, there's growth for you during the first 3 months of the year. Okay. Whatever you want to do is really propitiate. If you want to have babies, just go on. It's the right time for you. The first trimester of 2008, whatever it is everything is, it looks really good for you during 2013, especially the first trimester. By the second trimester of 2013, what we see is the devil. And here we could say that we might be facing our own demons. We could be facing our own monster that we have created, and now we are enslaved to this monster, or this. We're seeing the consequences of previous acts. We could see that we are attached to something. It could be that we are addicted to whatever it is, literally or literally speaking, or symbolically speaking. It could be addicted to a way of thinking, all ways of thinking, all ways of doing things. The thing is that we are enslaved to something, but we got there because we were the ones that created it. We were the ones that got there. And now we're there like slaves to a situation. That's the general aspect for the second trimester of 2013. By the third trimester, we have the Judgment card, which is telling us about a resurrection, when we rise from a different level of consciousness, and when we see the world in a very different perspective, changes of perception. It could mean anything. It's a change that we're going through, where we're going to obviously we're going to a metamorphosis, kind of symbolically speaking. It's a change, transformation that we're going through. That's the energy manifesting during the third trimester. Changes that are going to transform us, going to make us see life different, make us think different, understand love different, rationalize things different. It's a lot of changes. Don't be surprised also if this includes moving. Okay, moving from to a different country, to a different house, a different state, if you're in the United States, different province, whatever it is. It could be also related with moving in a literal way of speaking. Okay, by the last trimester, we've seen this card here, the Tower upside down. So during 2013, at the end of 2013, we're talking about a sensation that you might be feeling, and it looks like it's bad, but not necessarily is bad. Remember, this is for you, so it depends on how you see the world. So for example, for someone, what you're going to be experiencing during the last trimester of 2013 might not be something that bad, but for you it is. It could be also another Virgo, and for that Virgo, what you're going through is nothing. It's not a major collapse, but for you it is. So everything depends of which glass, or how we say is everything is on the eye of the beholder. And that's what is going happening here. We're going to see that the world collapses before our eyes. The way we see, understood things, everything changes, and we're going to feel like the whole world has collapsed. A major earthquake in our life during 2013, because you are an earth sign. So for you, it's going to feel like an earthquake, a major earthquake. It could be nothing for someone else, but for you, it's something big. Okay? Now, when we see things from a vertical line and a horizontal line, the vertical line, notice that we have the Judgment and the Empress. So it's like good things are coming for you, a rebirth, changes, positive changes, growth, expansion, everything that is related with your earth sign is highly potentiated during 2013. Is growth. If you're like looking for creating a company and things like that, it doesn't have to be something big. It could be something small, but it's something that is bringing changes to your life, positive changes, things related with economy. Economy and finances. Okay, it could mean that you get married someone that is now able to bring some more money to the scenario. Who knows? The thing is that the topic that we're seeing here is a rebirth, a regrowth. You're born again into stability, into good finances and economy. Okay, when we see now the horizontal line, we see the devil and we see the tower. So we could say that what is going to happen during 2013 is a break off of those chains, whatever is enslaving you, whatever is holding you back, whatever you went through in the past and now you're still carrying that sensation that you're enslaved to, that is going to change, and you're going to see a major rupture. It's like you're going to be, your chains are going to be broken and you're going to be free. The thing is that when we look at the center, we have the Queen of Wands, that is Leo, and we have the Five of Staff crossing it. So when we put together the horizontal and the vertical line, obviously there's going to be a clash of the titans, technically speaking, or figuratively speaking. So you have, it's going to create major changes in your life, and I wouldn't be surprised if you have a big fight, argument, quarrel, whichever way you want to see it, or call it, with someone. I will be more inclined with someone of your opposite sex, and in this case I'm talking about a guy. Opposite sex meaning a woman, and if you are a woman, it's highly probable that you're going to have problems with another woman, and all this is part of the changes that are going to bring you a lot of good stuff. And it not necessarily means a woman, it could be a gay guy, so you have that in mind. Okay, so this is what we had for you, Virgo, during 2013. Here we have what I call the trilogy, and we have the tower upside down, we have the sun, and we have the lovers. So technically speaking, whatever is going to bring this kind of collapse to your world, the end of the world for you, is going to push you to not necessarily isolate, but you could in some way, somehow you isolate, because now you're going to search happiness, or those changes are going to bring happiness for you, technically speaking. If it is a real happiness or no is not at the point right now. The thing is, these changes are good for you. It's going to bring happiness. Their decisions are obviously you're going to be taking, the lovers, and those decisions come into play when you see those big changes happening. But those changes are pushing you to take decisions that are going to bring you good times and or happiness. If it is at the long run or the short run, it doesn't matter. Just enjoy your time of happiness. Okay? Here we have the Empress with the Eight of Coins or Pentacles. And again, notice how many coins and things related with finances and economy are emerging. Hence, what we could say is that financially speaking, is 2013 seems to be a really great time for you, Virgo. Um, you could be working on something or some, not necessarily has to be that you find a job in a big company and you're going to be making millions of dollars. No, it means that you're going to be working on something that is very satisfactory with you, for you, that is going to bring satisfaction for you, and is going to obviously bring some income. Okay, remember that everything is on the eye of the beholder. For someone else, it's nothing big. For you, it's something big, and it's changes, positive changes related with finances and economy. How these changes are going to manifest, that's a different story. Okay, now, just let's take a look at these other two cards. We have the Judgment with the Two of Coins or Pentacles. Again, changes related with economy and finances for you, Virgo. Those times of struggling financially, it seems that they're going to end some way, somehow. You're going to find a way to keep everything in balance. Sorry, you will be able to keep everything in check. Whatever it means, probably you find ways to cut back on your expenses. But the thing is that the Two of Coins is letting us know that you're going to find a way to keep you afloat financially and economically during 2013. Okay? During 2013, the readings that I call the advice, we have Saint Norbert upside down, Saint Peter upside down, and Saint Michael upside down. I'm going to be very quick, but I want to remind you that Saint Peter, for me, is related with the concept of as it is above is below, as it is below is above, and how it is inside it is outside. That's a very interesting principle from metaphysics, and that's the same thing that the Bible says, that Saint Peter has the keys to tie and untie things in heaven or in this world. Okay, so what we're seeing is that principle of metaphysics manifesting here on these star cards, and that's an advice that he's giving us. Notice that Saint Peter is looking to Saint Norbert, and Saint Norbert was a rich person during those days, some kind of millionaire, and he left everything behind for what he believed. And then Saint Michael is the one that is the justice here, but is also the one that brings justice, and he fights enemies. When we put them together, the advice that the tarot cards are giving everyone from Virgo is that sometimes we have to give out something in order to obtain something better. That we have to remember that we have to work with our inner self, with our id, whichever school you prefer, if it is Carl Gustav Jung or Freud, yourself, your consciousness, your id, your persona, your shadow, whichever way you prefer to say it, whichever side you incline to. The thing is that we have to work with that part, because notice that all of them are upside down. The head is like in the ground, buried in the ground, and your earth sign. So that means that it's a major process for you where your mind is going to be concentrated on earth matters, things related with stability and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, your mind is going through a process where you're going to be, it's like a rebirth for you, a growth, new things. It's like when you plant a seed and you're just waiting for the growth to happen. But you have to remember that you have to work with yourself, because as it is inside, it is outside, and and the way it is below, it is above. So whatever thing that you are putting in your mind, that's what the universe is going to grant you. So my advice is work with yourself, so that the universe can bring you all this good stuff that you want, and that obviously you're going to see during 2013. I hope that my readings are helping you. You find them interesting and enjoyable, and have a wonderful 2013.